A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twin Flame Union. In this channeling session, I would be talking about the Divine Feminine who has finally accepted or she has realized that she does not have to settle for the second best. Which means that if she feels that her twin flame, the one that she loves, the person who really makes her feel like, yes, this should be my partner. It doesn't matter whether they get married or engaged, like the worldly ceremonies doesn't matter. But she thinks that this is the person I want to be committed to in a man, woman, man, wife scenario. If it has to be like that, then I don't need to go for someone who's not that person. Now, why am I talking about divine feminine over here? Is because that's how the channeling has been given to me. Of course, I know there are. So, if you're a man listening to this and you're in love with a woman who's a runner, and you feel that you have the feminine energy, like you have more of the mother energy, in case you don't know about what type of energy you are born with, then you can get a personal reading. You can get the Indian Vedic astrology reading from me, wherein I'll explain you all of this and how it works, along with your human design code, along with chakra guidance, along with tarot guidance. So there are a lot of things that actually happen, and you can also find out about your mission, why or what is your purpose on planet Earth. All right, for that you can check out the description box and you can write to me once you have read everything, once you have figured it out. All right, now in a public scenario, in a public channeling scenario, I'm saying that the divine feminine, so anyone you can think about, if you are the chaser, you can also connect yourself with that. Now, I personally feel that a woman should never pursue a man. That way, I am quite an orthodox person, personally also. And if I check my own energy on the Vedic chart, on the Vedic astrology, I have a male energy, I have a masculine energy. And I am born in Kanya Lagan, which means that I am born under a feminine sun sign, but it is the energy, the yoni is masculine. So, in any which way, it will not suit any such person who has this type of energy. Now, in twin flame journey, it is quite surprising. I have checked many people's kundlis also, and I always find something which is very amusing, which is very interesting. Twin flames do have some different type of thing going on, which means that it's not like they have some like different is not like good or bad different, but yes, you can look at their Vedic astrology chart and you can see that there are certain planetary combinations which make them spiritual. And that's the reason why I also check the human design code so that I can get a sort of a validation, and then I do the tarot and then I do the chakra. So it's not like we just do one thing and we let it go. Now, anyway, the energy is that what is the feminine going through? Basically, she has waited. This is a type of feminine who waited. First, okay, let's start from the very beginning. How it worked out for her. It was the masculine who had pursued her from the very beginning. It was not the feminine who was the pursuing character. But then, how did she become the chaser? How did she become the one who was convincing him or pacifying him? Is because at that point in time she was not in her full energies. The confidence level was low. So when he started running away or when he started acting out, because he had ego issues, whatever she would say to him, like, you should do this, you should do that, or you should change this about you, or we need to fix it because we need to be together, he would just take a lot of offense on it. Because both of them were not in balanced energies. She was not in balance with her masculine, feminine energy, and so was his case. This will apply to anybody, I think so. Anybody who feels like they genuinely feel that why do I need to go for someone who I don't feel love for? Okay, understandable that there are some people who are not meant to, marry somebody or this and that, and they have a mission on planet Earth. But even then, everyone has the right to be with or they deserve to be with someone they love. Now, why do people suffer? Normal people, otherwise also, or why do people make compromises? Is because they are separated within their energy system. If mentally you are separated from someone or something, again, twin flamers cannot compare themselves with everybody else. Please understand, twin flamers are not like other people. And there are not so many twin flames on this planet. Okay? If there are 7.5 or 8 billion people, which is a huge number to be honest, and even if I look at my own channel, I see, okay, a few thousands are listening to the videos or the audios. That much is a good enough number, even if say a million people or a million people listen to it every day also, then also it's fine, because we are comparing with 8 billion people. 8 billion, which means 1 billion would have 1000 millions. So 8 billion would have how many? Imagine. So if you compare from that amount, those many people, then at least, according to me, at least 10 million people or a million people has to be hardcore twin flamers. Then there are people who are completely light workers. Then there are people who are star seeds and they are not in the zone to marry anyone, or they are not in the zone to romantically connect with anyone. Since birth they are like that. Okay, why this twin flame dynamic happens? Because twin flames are supposed to learn from the worldly world. The worldly world presents a lot of tests to them which they need to clear, and worldly world is a perfect ground for testing and crisis. It's a school. Okay, so here I can talk about a female. Now this feminine energy can be in a man also, but definitely this is not a person who's supposed to pursue their runner. Okay, or they are not supposed to think that I should be compromising. Okay, now of course what happened to them is, step by step, the masculine was very much, who started the contact, I'm not sure about that, to be honest. That it's not like I'm literally checking their messages and all that, nothing of that sort happens, but intuitively the male was pursuing the female. He was very much interested in the female. He really had a big crush or big thing for the female, the female person. The female was confused because of whatever past relationships or bad experiences and this and that, and she did not want to hurry up into anything, and she was not wanting to be with an egotistical person. Okay, now this is where I think the matter started changing, or something happened, a difference of opinion or a fight or a this or a that. Now obviously this person who's taking offense, the masculine, the man, not the masculine, the man who's taking offense, definitely likes the female a lot. Otherwise he would not care about whatever she says or she does not say. He also tries to go away from her, but universe keeps bringing them back, and he knows that, by the way. If any one of you are doubtful, please take it as a sign. It's a very strong sign according to me, that the guy understands, he knows that there is a push and pull, and he has tried a lot to run away from it, but he cannot. Even if there is long separation or whatever, even if he has said, I'll never see your face again, I'll never talk to you, you are disgusting, you are crazy, you're a psycho, whatever, they've fought and they said 100 things to each other. Whatever criticism he has thrown to the feminine, the female, he still has a big crush or a big love or whatever you want to call it, big feeling for her. Even now, even right now, he's crying for her. I don't know how many of you want to believe it or not, but that's how it is. Now, so basically they got separated, they met, they got separated, they met, they got separated. It happened like few times. If you actually sit and count the cycles, it could have been at least 7 or 8 or at least bare minimum 6 cycles of coming and going must have happened. Okay. Now when these cycles happened, basically these two people got sick of each other, of these cycles. The female got scared and she thought that he's gonna leave me forever. he's not coming to me, or he's found someone better than me. And maybe she saw him flirting with someone, or maybe he changed his mind and he was like, yeah, this is too boring now, or maybe he thought it's a lot of effort. So whichever this character is, whosoever, all the characters basically the same type of energy, these are the people who want everything easy peasy, and they are extremely analytical and logical. Being analytical and logical is not their thing. They are supposed to be emotional. Yeah, even if they are men, they are supposed to be emotional, and the females are not supposed to be emotional. So if you are a female, you should not be emotional at all about this relationship. You should just know that there is no other way, there is no way that he is going anywhere. If he was with someone, he was sleeping with someone, he was dating someone, whatever the if he was doing, it doesn't matter. He's still gonna come back to me only. And this time when he comes back to me, he better fix himself. And please understand, another very important statement was given to me, that bare minimum is not an effort. Please, if these people contact you, if all of you, in some of you cases, you would be receiving contacts by now. They have contacted you, they've said hi to you, or they've said few things to you. That's not enough. When people make effort, they will make the effort. But that effort will only come when you think in your head that you never have to settle for the second best. Never. So what happened is that when this feminine started working on herself, she started doing inner work. It's like when the honey is ready, the bees, or whatever, the bees collector, it's when the flower is ready, the honey bees get attracted towards it to collect, to make the nectar. Then from the nectar they make the honey. So now the flower is blooming, obviously the bees are getting attracted to it, okay? But the flower does not want those bees. The flower only wants a specific bee to come. So inner work is not something that sometimes happens in a day or two. It takes time. So when these other options, or there were some other options from the past also, like they could have been boyfriends, or they could have been someone who were interested in her and they were pursuing her, but she always thought that the one I love might not come to me, even though all these people are coming to me, even though these people have also not been so nice to me in the past, but now they're making efforts. So now she does not want their efforts, because she's like, if they can come back to me, if these people, these ghosts of my past, if they can come back to life and they can pursue me, they can convince me, they want to be with me, they're asking me out, whatever they're doing, it's not like she's impressed by their efforts. She doesn't want to see their efforts. She is very much in faith now. So after surrender and illumination, something happens, something shifts in the female. And then she's like, the only reason he is not coming back to me, because I'm still exploring all these other options. And for those who have already received contact, let me tell you, you must be thinking that, he is messaging me, he is calling me, whatever, but he's not making any effort. So don't get bogged down, or don't feel defeated because of that. Just continue your inner work, and don't go very easy on this person. Don't just say that, yeah, he messaged me, he called me, so I should go and meet him, or blah blah blah. You should just say, okay, he's calling me, he's messaging me, he was gone for very long. Alright, now if he wants to get back to me, he needs to do more. But don't expect that more to happen right away. Just do your work. It can happen right away also. It can happen in 5 minutes also. It can happen in 1 month also. It can happen in 10 months also. Whatever the scenario is, it can happen. It is possible, is what this channeling is trying to tell you. You never have to settle for the second best. This is the loud and clear message for this. Now, how you want to do it is up to you. You basically have to be a person who's less focused on this emotional turbulence caused by this relationship. If some of you are going through neck pain, and if you are going through back pain, I think you would also resonate with this more than other people. Because let me tell you why. There is a reason behind that. Because these pains in the body, they are trying to tell you something. They are trying to tell you to don't focus on the pain. You are the one who's increasing this pain. Earlier the pain was not that much, but you started focusing on it too much or constantly, so it started increasing. If you don't have neck pain or back pain or some other pain, then look at your work. Okay, look at your work. You feel very stuck in your work. You feel that it's not going anywhere. It's like just there where it was. Or maybe it has even reduced. In the last few months or maybe a year or two, you were probably before that you were doing really well, but now you don't. You're not. That could be because you are also not a flexible person. You are also a person who's very stubborn. You're not willing to let go of your own whims and fancies, or you don't want to grow. You are just very like, okay, I have done all this, now I don't want to do more. I can't do more. And this is the reason why the other karmics or the other relationships, they are getting attracted towards you big time. They are making even their efforts, you don't enjoy it, because see, you don't have a feeling for them, you don't like them. So even if they say, I love you, I miss you, I want to be with you, I want to marry you, I want you to come to my place, can I come to your place, whatever they say, you just find it very, corny and very stupid. If you are confused about your personal situation and if you feel that you definitely need some kind of therapy, you need to get out of your dark zone, or you feel that you are very stuck, like you're just not able to get out, and you need a hand holding, you need some kind of personal booster, then for private sessions and personal readings, and to even know what energy you have and what's your life purpose on planet Earth, because if you don't connect with your mission, if you don't connect with your purpose, then obviously you cannot get into 5D union. These things are connected, my friends. These are all interconnected with each other. If you're not connected with your business or your mission or your purpose, then definitely you've still not figured out what true love is all about. And then forget about the masculine or the feminine considering you, and then you have to settle for the second best. And you'll never be happy with the second best because that's not you. Okay, so for private sessions, personal readings, guidance on dream interpretation, counseling and therapies, please go through the description box first. And once you're sure, write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. And when it comes to twin flame intuitive readings, I prefer not knowing anything about you, about your journey before the reading, because we need to get the best and the most accurate answers that can boost your ascension journey. We will discuss your journey during the reading. In case of therapies, it's very important that you share with me different facets of your life, and there would be assignments that would be given to you. There would be some kind of work that you need to do. It's not just you have a session and you talk for an hour and 1.5 hours for the therapist and it's done, with the therapist and it's done. It's not like that. That's not how I work. I give a lot of attention to people, but I also want them to give attention on themselves. If you are not going to do inner work, then how is it going to work? You need to do inner work to make it work. Alright. The wounded inner child is the primary reason why the adult is going through separation. Today you are feeling separation with your masculine or your feminine. It's because that child always has been told for years and years and years, be it in the childhood, be it in the adolescence, be it in the teenage years, be it whatever experiences and situations they had, they were always told that you can never get true love. It's not possible for you. So we need to use some techniques to heal the wounded inner child. Now this is a very imperative step. You can also get the book In the Name of Love, which is 5 channel twin flame stories based on 5 different types of twin flame dynamics. Now these are the 5 major dynamics that are seen all over the planet. Main 5 categories. There are subcategories also, but this is where you actually shift. The shift will always happen in one of the dynamics. So you can get the book. The link is in the description box, along with the links to the 2 channels which are completely dedicated on metaphysics, because metaphysics is the knowledge that all twin flamers need to know. Whether you are 10 million on planet Earth or whether you're 1 million on planet Earth, there is an exact number also I had shared few days back. Whatever your number is, right now let's not get into the number. Whatever population you are on planet Earth, you matter a lot for the Earth's ascension. Okay, your energy, your healed energy will heal, and it's already healing Mother Earth. Since 2020 you have seen big changes, and 2021 is the year of testing and crisis. So you will go through certain types of tests which will change you completely. Overnight, you will be like, oh my God, this didn't happen to me in so many years. It's happening now. Why is it happening now? Because you are taking a rebirth now. You are also going through a rebirth along with planet Earth. So you can also subscribe to the Sunamoon vlogs and the channel called Ramayana and Mahabharat Diaries. As much as food is important for the body, right type of content is also required for the mind. We need to deprogram the negativity and keep up with the ascension lifestyle, because yes, ascension is a lifestyle, my friends. It's a lifestyle. So, clear message. Now, you also need to believe in this message. I can tell you that this is what it is. You need to believe in it, and you are the one who's going to attract it. Because manifestation, my dear friends, is not about what you can do and what you can't do. I know that when you start ascending, when you reach to a certain point, you will, and those of you who are, that you have been manifesting some really good things, some really cool things that you were not able to manifest before. So why can't you manifest your union? You can definitely manifest your union. And before you manifest a 3D union, you need to actually forget about the 3D union completely. 3D union is not even the union. It's just, it just happens. Like the manifestations just happen. Like you were in poverty consciousness for 30 years or maybe 10 years, last 10 years. Even when you were making money, technically you were not making money. You were doing a lot of extra hard work, But you suddenly figure out that it's not about money. It's not about money. That's when your root chakra is fully healed. It's not money. It's not cash. It's the energy. Money is just a resource. Actually, you need to be in the abundance consciousness. So Vishnu and Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth and abundance. A lot of people think that wealth is about money. Wealth is not about money. Wealth is about being abundant. And then you go on to your sacral chakra. Now, I'm going to do a separate channeling for sacral chakra because there is a beautiful session already researched for it. I'm going to close this particular channeling session here, and I'm going to wish you all the very best. And I'm going to tell you that you can do it. You can do anything. Anything is possible with the help of universe, with the help of God, and obviously practicing detachment while you manifest. So it's not like you got to be in tension or stress. You have to enjoy the process. It's like cooking a meal. When you start a meal, you first have to go to the market. You have to get the vegetables. You have to get the recipe. You have to cut the vegetables. You don't just say, okay, now I'm in the market, I want the dish right away. Then you don't enjoy it. So it's all about enjoying. So twin flame journey is also a process that you need to enjoy. And you will only figure this out when you have figured out the surrender process. Surrender will connect you to source, and you will have a lot of faith, and you know that this is a process. Now you have kept the milk on the gas in a container to boil. Okay, you want to make tea, or you want to make coffee, or you want to make a milkshake or whatever. So that boiling of milk is a process. Sometimes the milk can get overflowed and some little bit can fall down. Now that doesn't mean you're gonna start crying over it and you're gonna say, oh my God, how am I gonna make tea and coffee? My milk got overflowed from the container. Oh my God. You're just gonna say, okay, I made a mistake. Let me just clean it up. Let me pour some more milk into it if you need more. If you don't need, then it's fine. Then you continue with the process. Basically, you enjoy the process. You enjoy making a meal right from the start till it goes into your stomach. That is a process you enjoy. And even after sometimes you make a good meal, you enjoy it for a long time. You savor it. And next time you want to make a meal, you think about it. Say next time you're making the same meal and it doesn't happen the same way. Now, does that mean that you can't create that meal again? Of course you can. So these bumps on the way, the failures, it's okay to fail once in a while. It's okay to make mistakes. But that does not mean that the process cannot happen. It's like many things around you. You just have to look around you. And you have to see that everything literally is a process. If you see it as a process, twin flame journey is a process. you see it like that, then you're going to really enjoy it. You're going to love this separation phase if you are into one. If you're into no contact also, it's all right. Okay, if you are like, there are so many people, they have written testimonies on my channel also. You can see they have mentioned, yes, they were in no contact, but now they're in contact, or now they are being pursued by the person they wanted to. Like, all these things keep happening, and sometimes it's crazy that people who go through this whole process, they get married to their twin flame, they also come to me for therapy, because after the marriage there are some problems that are going on. Even in Shiva and Shakti's story, Parvati and Shiva first get married after so much rejection and chasing and running and this and that. He finally recognizes her and he goes and proposes to her and they get married. After marriage, they have a child, and then again he runs away. It's not a big deal. It can happen even after marriage. The thing is that Parvati also feels that, you know what, I'm depending way too much on him because he is the father of my offspring. You know what, now if he can go alone and meditate in the mountains for such a long time, for so many years, then I'm not going to sit here and miss him, and I'm not going to think that, my life is incomplete. I'm going to create my own offspring this time, and without him, without his presence. And she creates Ganesh, and the moment Ganesh is created, he comes back, because that is the whole lesson, that is the whole purpose, to become completely independent. So please don't take it in a Mount Everest has come in front of you, a problem which is like Mount Everest. If a problem can be Mount Everest, then even the solution can be like the Mount Everest. Your confidence can be like the Mount Everest. Alright, so on this note, I'm gonna close this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out. Mwah.